Okay, a major battle brewing between the outgoing Obama administration, the incoming Trump team over Russian hackers in the 2016 election. White House Press Secretary Josh Earnest accusing Trump of knowingly benefiting from Russian hacking designed to destabilize the presidency. Josh?
But Mr. Trump obviously knew that Russia was engaged in malicious cyber activity that was helping him and hurting Secretary Clinton's campaign. And again, these are all facts that are not in dispute.
Trump responded to the allegations by tweeting, if Russia or some other entity was hacking, why did the White House wait so long to act? Why did they only complain after Hillary lost? Is Obama undermining his successor? Or did Trump delegitimize the presidency in order to win it? Jimmy, it wouldn't matter if it was Russians or bored 15-year-olds, would it?
That's the point. It could have been the Energizer, Bill's side chick. It could have been the guy who puts the hot sauce in her purse every morning. The point is not who hacked the emails. It's what was in it. You know, that's the part I don't get. It's like if you were to leave here today, get so drunk that you punched a police horse, and then plead that the issue was, yeah, but it's a Russian horse. You know, I mean, it doesn't matter. The point is, you punch the horse. You've got to own your actions. And this idea that they can't fathom that someone that 68% of the people didn't trust could lose on the level is like sociopathic. It's crazy to me.
Kat?
Yeah, it really doesn't matter, especially because if you're going to say that's the only reason, even these leads that she lost, that's just insane. She lost because she's not good at being a candidate, because the things that were in this emails just confirmed everything that we already believed about her. And, you know, people, if they hacked it or it was leaked, it doesn't matter. The information's still the same.
Jennifer Palmieri, her campaign, I don't even know if she's a communications director. Thank you very much. She said that it was the Comey moment. It was on October 28th when Comey came forward and said, we're continuing with the investigation. And she said that that was the moment that galvanized just enough hatred against her so people voted against her or voted Trump. That was a pivotal point in the election. That had nothing to do with Russians.
That's true.
Yeah.
Right, I mean,
so which is it? You can't have it both ways.
From my perspective, it was a lot of those things, right? And in part, it was her fault because she was not a great candidate. But look, it's not so much that it's about the Russians. It's Donald Trump trying to create his own reality, right? The facts here are, the fact pattern is clearly that it was the Russians because it was about, you know, from Fuzzy Bear and Carrie Bear and whatever, Fozzie Bear that are.
What about Craig Murray, the former ambassador to Uzbekistan, and said, no, I got him from a Democratic operative.
That's one person, and when you actually go through the litany of reporting on this, it's very clear who it's from. But look, when Trump tries to create his own reality, the problem with that is that ultimately, down the line, what happens, right?
We all do that.
When the Russians are no, they don't all
Hillary
do that.
Clinton
They don't all decide. They don't all decide what their own facts. They don't all decide what their own facts are.
She created this. That's all she does.
When there's something like this,
that's all she does. If you take her statements and compare them with James Comey,
he is no longer a candidate.
Yeah,
he needs to start acting like the president of the United States.
That Hillary Clinton did the entire time.
Because now he's
not unless you're honest enough to say they both did it.
Because now he's president of the United States.
He's not yet.
He's about to be, and it's very
not if that's watching all state electors out that way.
Started acting like it instead of tweeting constantly at things that he doesn't like. Maybe he'd have more than a 40% approval rating going into being president, which is the lowest of all.
And what would she have had? 38?
Yeah, she clearly did worse.
You guys are still running against Hillary Clinton, for God's sake.
I didn't vote for either of them. I was going to be disappointed either way,
Stop
Stephen.
talking about Hillary Clinton.
Oh, I would if her operatives would just be quiet.
Operatives?
And let everyone...
Mike
yes.
and B.D. Wong are her operatives now?
Yes.
BJ Honeycutt and Loretta Swift?
Jill Stein, Katy Perry,
B.D. Wong,
and
there's that new video coming out by the surviving members of the Village People.
Right, exactly.
Both of them.
Exactly.
All right, well, the party panel returns a little bit later. Let's see if we can keep it hot. Donald Trump may be irritated to find out he's not the most powerful person in the world, at least according to Forbes. We'll tell you who is.